5:30 and I'm in my studio. The lighting is terrible today. It's really bad, so I'm not painting. Honestly, I'm not doing much. I am kind of coming off of a hard weekend. I had a market yesterday that was like 6 hours, and I'm just like, I'm a hard introvert, so it's never a fun time for me at markets. Like, it takes a lot out of me, so I'm dealing with a pretty bad headache today. I'm like super grumpy. Yeah, I don't have a lot planned for the day. I want to work on my little oracle card here. I got the B-roll that I needed to finish my proofing video, and that'll go up on Wednesday. It's just about done. It just needs a little bit of editing, and that's kind of all I had today. I kind of feel like I'm in that space where when you don't have a concrete goal, everything feels way too overwhelming, and that's not a fun place to be at. So I'm really trying to visualize what it is that I'm trying to do before I start just randomly doing stuff. That's my week. It's gonna be a lot of just getting stuff kind of ready to go, trying to finish this oracle card, moving on to the next one, and just getting prepped for next month, because I kind of think that September will be when everything sort of like comes together. I don't know, this is things coming together. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably pop back in while I'm working on some stuff, and let's do this week. It's late Tuesday. I think it's almost 3 o'clock, and I'm just getting here. I wasn't intending to come into the studio today, but I really want to get this dang oracle card done, so we're here. Still have a headache. I don't know what the heck is going on. I think it might be the weather. It's been really like, kind of like half rainy, half wanting to be rainy for a while. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna dive back into this for a little bit and see if I can get some good progress on it. And then, yeah, that's kind of all I had planned. Welcome to Tuesday. oracles popping up in my like For You on Instagram, where these people are like doing all these tarot card readings, and like everyone, I'm like, wow, that was super accurate. And it just, you know, in the way that's like, you know, anybody who gets this reading probably finds something. Like, we're all thinking about money, right? Or we're all thinking about where our energy's going. But it just got me thinking about this oracle project. The reading is this, it's not really about the card that you get. It's about how you perceive your relationship to that card, right? So like if I'm making this oracle deck and you draw this card Avarice, it's not the cards telling you, hey, you're being greedy. It's sort of a tool for you to assess in what areas of your life this would speak to you, and your interpretation is part of that reading. Like in a way that writing used to be more interpretive. We had a smaller set of letters and syntax, and so like whoever was reading the text would have to put their own thought into what the interpretation was, whereas now we're so predisposed to being like there's one right answer, and then that's the whole gist of everything. So yeah, I don't know, I guess I'm just sort of rambling, but that's sort of the whole point of this oracle project for me, this idea that there's insight and value in kind of surrendering to that unknown and looking for how you are connected in ways that maybe you didn't recognize without the aid of what some people might call, like, you know, divinity or spirituality. But at the end of the day, what's just whatever little fibers connects us to each other. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's Wednesday now, and I'm at home, which was not what I had planned for the day. I did drive out to my studio this morning, and I got there and just honestly wasn't feeling it. I'm in a bit of like a down state, I think, this week, and that was sort of like a rough thing to realize. But that's okay. They come and go. So I'm just trying to take it easy today. I've been doing like a lot of video editing and like sort of just like tasks that don't take up a lot of brain power. Yeah, I think I might start a new blog and just sort of do something fun. Just try to take it easy. I'm gonna go get a coffee, do a little bit of writing, and then I might try the studio thing again. Yeah. Wednesday. just like stomp around. I don't know if you can see the ceilings. I have to cover all of my work because stuff will just like rain down from the ceilings. This building is like 4 days away from being condemned. Anyway, it's still Wednesday. I did make it to my studio. I had a coffee, did some writing, feeling a little bit better, not great. I'm gonna try to get like 20 or 30 minutes into this and then call it a day because I gotta go pick up my farm share and this noise is gonna drive me crazy. So yeah, that's it. Thursday and it's raining and it's really nice out. I'm so happy. I'm in my studio. It's about 11 o'clock and yeah, I'm about ready to get to work. I'm watching the trucks come down the road over here. Trying to time my intro. It's very loud. But yeah, I'm in my studio, ready to get to work. Kind of want to get this done early so that I can like go and get a coffee and sit in the rain. Yeah, I've just got a little bit left on these birds. I'm gonna finish that up and then enjoy the rain. This week has been a little bit heavy for me. It's a weird week to start this vlog thing on. I went to the doctor on Tuesday and I'm gonna be starting meds for ADHD. So that's interesting. I'm still a little bit in shock from it. I got the diagnosis back in, I think it was March. It's now August. Finally doing something about it. I just didn't know there was something wrong. I mean, I knew things were too hard. It just never occurred to me. I thought I was just flaky. I thought I was just weak and stupid. That was one. I was always like I got good grades and stuff, but I thought I was dumb because I couldn't remember things and I couldn't pick anything. Everybody else seems to like things. Why can't I just like something? And not even recognizing that I do like things. I just like everything, but not for very long. And it wasn't until I started tattooing that all of this just kind of crystallized. I was at work, I was doing a tattoo, and one of my buddies was tattooing beside me, and she was talking with her client who had gotten diagnosed with ADHD recently. She was telling my friend about like all of her symptoms, and this is how delusional I was. I was sitting there listening to this woman tell my friend about how she was like so reactionary and had all of these like really big emotions and was just like in people's faces all the time, and was also dealing with depression and anxiety. And my sad little brain was like, how interesting is this to hear that somebody with ADHD has all of these symptoms that looks like a type 8 personality. If you're familiar with an Enneagram, I'm a type 8. My brain was just like, there's no way that I have what this person has. They're just similar to me because of their symptoms. That's the mental gymnastics that I went through with that was ridiculous. I mean, that's just how little I knew about everything. Even when I was in the midst of panic attacks, I didn't know what that was. I thought that I was just stupid and sad. I was like, well, I'm just really sad and it makes me hyperventilate and throw up. And if I could just figure out what's making me sad, then this will all stop. So clearly that worked out really well. But yeah, I listened to this person's really tender and informative description of late ADHD diagnosis. You know, I kind of sat with that for a few days, and like, I think it would have stayed like that, except then I was scrolling through Instagram a few days later, and I came across this reel of this person in their garden, and like the caption was, you know, something ADHD related, like when the hyperfixation wears off, and this person's in their garden going crazy and doing all this stuff, and then all of a sudden they just stand up and just like sadly walk out of the garden. I was like, oh yeah, totally. I know that feeling way too well, of just loving something, and then all of a sudden it just leaves you and you're just empty. And seeing that and thinking back about the conversation I'd overheard, I was like, oh shit. I think I have that. So yeah, I went in and got tested back in March, and sure enough, I have combined type ADHD. So that was a fun time. All right, my phone's almost out of batteries, and I'm at a place where I think I want to call this for maybe the week. I think I might let this sit over the weekend. I'm in a place where I need to start making some like bigger decisions again, and I don't want to do that this tired. So I might just take like a little 3-day weekend. Do some, I say that, but I'm gonna do other stuff, but it just gets from this. But this, I think, is gonna conclude my week vlog. I think we're gonna end it on Thursday. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with me and watching this drawing kind of come together. If you want to see how it comes out, you can head over to my Instagram. I'll be posting it there. And yeah, that's kind of it. I really appreciate you. I think you should be kind to yourself and to everybody else, because there's somebody too. I'll see you next time.